Welcome to the Junior Coach Volunteer Webinar. I'm Atticus Way, the current president of Junior Coach, and we are a network of tutors who provide both group classes and one-on-one tutoring to youth ages 6 through 22, and not just academics, but also in arts, sports, skills, and hobbies, all provided for free. At Junior Coach, we believe in creating a holistic learning experience, and that's why we organize special events too, where volunteers can showcase their artistic skills to the entire Junior Coach community. You can contribute to our Towards Tomorrow Peer Art Journal by submitting your writing and art pieces, or participate in our annual Junior Coach Benefit concert to support charitable causes. Now, I'm excited to introduce our speaker, Nancy. She has taken on many leadership positions and is working beyond just running clubs and tutoring. As volunteers at Junior Coach, you will also have numerous opportunities to enhance your leadership and interpersonal skills. But the first step is to sign up and get to know our organization before you can grow your skills and use what you're good at to help those who are in need. Junior Coach aims to act as a bridge to connect needs and demands to people who want to help out in their own unique way. By volunteering with us, you not only contribute to a noble cause, but also pave the way for your own skill development. So I encourage you to take an important step and become a Junior Coach volunteer. Now, let's turn our attention to Nancy as she walks us through the steps on how to become a Junior Coach.
Hi, thank you, Atticus. I completely agree with everything you said. So, I'm Nancy. I have been with Junior Coach for a while, and I've really enjoyed working with Junior Coach. I've made clubs and I've tutored myself, which is why I'm making this volunteering webinar. So I am a high school student in Austin, Texas, by the way. So we can begin the webinar now. So basically, the topics we're going to cover today. So first, kind of like what Atticus just said, we're just going to learn about Junior Coach, kind of like what kind of organization it is. Second of all, we're going to learn about the values of like volunteering, like why you should volunteer and like what you'll gain out of it. And third, we're going to talk about like how Junior Coach can help you like throughout this like volunteering journey, like what Junior Coach can do for you. And then now that you're interested in like Junior Coach, we're gonna talk to you about how you can join us and become a tutor. And then lastly, we're gonna talk about how you can like make your own club. And then we'll hold a Q&A session where you can unmute and then you can chat me any questions you have and I will do my best to answer them. Okay, then we can start now. So first of all, we're going to learn about Junior Coach. And again, this is a lot of repetition of what Atticus just covered. So, Junior Coach is a student-led 501c3 nonprofit organization. So, it was actually founded in 2018, and it is an organization dedicated to providing peer-to-peer free instruction for youth ages 6 to 22 in all areas, academics, arts, sports, and hobbies, including like musical instruments too. And so we believe that education comes from a foundation of academic success and achievement, but also from extracurricular activities which can supplement and diversify a student's knowledge about the world. So basically, you can think of Junior Coach kind of like a tutoring platform where once you sign up and you get approved to be a tutor, you get added to Junior Coach's tutoring database where a student can like search for like subjects, and if you happen to be a suitable tutor for that student, they can contact you and you can start tutoring that student. Now, a really good thing about Junior Coach is that Junior Coach has so much flexibility of like what you want to do, like when you can tutor and like what you want to tutor like about. Like you can choose your own subjects and do what you're passionate about. And it doesn't even have to be something academic. It can be something like as a hobby. Like I know people who have tutored on like digital animation or stuff like that. Okay, and so once the match up, you can like adjust like how a week you want to teach, like when you're available each week, and like all types of like scheduling. That you can change that when you become a Junior Coach tutor and you have your own dashboard where you can like customize the options. Okay. So now we're going to move on to the values of volunteering. Now this is just like overall volunteering that I believe like is really important. So first of all, like you can gain so much responsibility from volunteering. So volunteering encourages individuals to take on responsibilities and commitments, teaching them the importance of reliability and accountability, fulfilling their duties to benefit others and the community. So basically, like an example of this is like it doesn't matter how much responsibility you come with while entering like volunteering. So for example, I have my like first like volunteering job was like helping a local math teacher like grade homeworks. And I was like still young at the time and I had a very weak sense of responsibility and I really didn't understand like the weight of like trust that was put on me. So like I would every single homework you would have to grade all the students' homework and then write a feedback report to the teacher. I would often miss my deadline at the beginning, but soon after I realized that like people were like depending on me and that like I was this was for the community and that I was like letting other people down and I was like losing their trust, I started like making my own habits that kind of like improved my sense of responsibility. So like those include like making a calendar and scheduling and asking people around me to like remind me. And but after like a few like weeks, I was a lot better at it, and that definitely included like increased my sense of responsibility because now I have a calendar for everything, and it's really handy and yeah, so no matter how much of a sense of responsibility you come into volunteering with, it will grow and it's really useful for like now and in the future. Okay, second of all, like leadership skills. Okay, so volunteering can offer opportunities for individuals to develop and enhance their leadership skills through taking on responsibilities, making decisions, and guiding teams and projects, ultimately contributing to their growth as effective leaders. This is an important life skill that everyone should have. So once in a while in volunteering, you will encounter a case where you need to like take on a project by yourself. And in this case, like, and when you take on this project, you come with a sense of leadership. So, for example, let's say you're making like a fundraiser, you're helping fundraiser for a school, and through like you need to like organize, like you need to oversee everything. You need to know where your materials come from. You need to know what people are doing what, and you need to have the ability to problem solve because chances are when you're volunteering, you will like encounter some type of issue. And in that case, you need to use your problem solving skills to like fix that issue. And it also includes making decisions because when you're a leader, you're overseeing everything and that makes everyone rely on you. So you need to make the decisions for everyone else. And this is also important because this is just overall important throughout your whole life. Like you will need leadership skills like right now and like throughout the workforce. Like there is not a time where you won't need it. So that's really important. Okay. So our next value is our next value is community engagement. So when you're so volunteering fosters a sense of connection and engagement within communities. So this means that helping individuals become like active participants in creating a positive change. So this also allows one to see the needs and challenges of others, creating a more compassionate community. So I think we all understand that when you're volunteering, you're often like engaging with a community. So for example, we could take for example like going to a food bank and a local food bank. So it's still in your community, but you don't usually like participate in stuff around the food bank. So it allows you to see like a part of your community that you're not usually active in, and it really like widens your scope of the world. And while you're doing these like volunteering like activities, you're also seeing like the needs and challenges of others, and that allows you to genuinely be a better and more compassionate person as a whole, which is which is really important. And if you have these qualities, people will like learn to like respect you more, and that's a good thing. Okay. So, and of course, there's like much more. If you're gonna ask me, like, my honest opinion is that there's like nothing like bad about volunteering. Like, volunteering can improve skills like teamwork, because chances are you're not going to be volunteering by yourself, because you're not going to get much work done by yourself. We usually volunteer in groups, and that like helps you like interact with other people. You're often doing things together. You need to coordinate with your team. You need to get help from your team, and at the same time, you also need to help your team with the things that they're stuck on. And through volunteering, individuals can also connect and meet new people. So when I was like volunteering with my like local like organizations, like I've met so many new people from volunteering that are genuinely just like good people, because like not only not only like are you just like meeting new people and like associating yourself and like putting yourself out there, you know that you're putting yourself out there with like good people, because you guys all share the same goal of giving back to your community in a good way. Okay. Next, we're gonna talk about how Junior Coach can help you with this. So Junior Coach may not be like your typical volunteering organization in the fact that you guys meet up in person and do things like food banks, but it's still similar in a way that it like fosters all those like qualities of volunteering. So basically, Junior Coach supports you in doing like whatever you're passionate about. There's no restriction, like you have to do it on like a food bank, you have to do it on a farm or like something like that. So if you join us, we can help you give to your community in the areas you are most passionate about. So Junior Coach is all about teaching, mainly about teaching. Of course, there's other events, but like it's mainly about teaching, and there's no restriction on what you teach. You can teach anything you want to. And so in this case, the community you're giving to is just like the students out there, like within the Junior Coach community, that like maybe like don't have time to find other tutors, can't find other tutors, or like they just they just know that Junior Coach is the most convenient option. So with Junior Coach, you can teach lessons and make clubs of like any subject you like, just like I said before. So with clubs, so like not only clubs, like tutoring, you can make any like, you can tutor of any subject you want, probably something you're good at or something you enjoy tutoring in. And besides tutoring, we also have clubs. So basically, clubs are like a more extensive version of tutoring. So it's kind of like with groups instead. Think about it as a course. So it's like a longer period of multiple classes with like a lot of more kids. Okay. And then with clubs, we can also help you advertise and promote your like club through like our social media platforms. So that's like one less worry that you have. So that's really nice in my opinion, because I didn't have to worry about that portion when I was making my own club. Okay, so Junior Coach, this is another really interesting one that I found really unique. So Junior Coach can help you reach all around the world. So Junior Coach is an international organization reaching around like 18 states in 5 countries. And because of this, you can get the opportunity to meet like students from all around the world. So like usually like when you're having a class or like a tutoring session online, you chances are they're probably not going to be from where you are. Like you get to teach students that like you've never really encountered before. And although it may not be like something that important, it's definitely like a new experience that like I feel like everyone should appreciate that like ability to have like that type of like experience. Okay. So another really important one is junior coach is a very well built and very well organized organization. So we have a lot of awards to offer, and one of the most prestigious ones is probably the President's Volunteer Service Award. So Junior Coach Association is a President's Volunteer Service Award certified organization. Now, what this means is that you can like easily register for the presidential award with Junior Coach, and that's really easy. I can run you through the steps like right now. So basically, if you go to juniorcoach.org, which is like the website for everything, you can find practically everything on there. You can even like find ways to contact us there. And if you, on the navigation panel at the top, there should be a place called awards. And if you hover over that, or if you click on that, the first one that should come up is the President's Volunteer Service Award. Now there you can find like a link to a Google Forms where you can like submit your application to earn this award. And again, this award is like really prestigious. So you will have to put like time commitment into this because to my knowledge, I think it requires a fair amount of volunteer hours. So basically like with Junior Coach, there's a form that you can fill out and they will like automatically apply for it for you. All you need to do is just have your volunteer logs that are like certified. And I believe that you can even include hours from other nonprofit organizations as long as 75% of your hours came from Junior Coach. Okay, so I believe that for most of us here listening are probably in the teens or young adult section. So teens, a section is like 11 to 15 years old, while the young adult section is like 16 to 25. Now for the teen section, for the bronze, so the President's Service Award, you have bronze, silver, and gold. Now this is not only for junior coach, but this is for like every nonprofit that is like President's Volunteer Service Award certified. But for the teens, a bronze medal is 50 to 74 hours of volunteer work. Silver is 75 to 99, and gold is 100 plus. And then for young adults, which is the 16 to 25 age, bronze award is 100 to 174 hours. The silver is 175 to 249 hours, and the gold is 250 plus hours. So, yes, these hours do seem a little bit daunting, and like I said, it does take a lot of time commitment to get to this level. But again, it is very prestigious and almost anyone can recognize it. So you should definitely like make this like one of your goals to do something like that. Okay. And this like number of hours you have to reach, you have to do this within a 12-month period. And I believe that's from like July to July of next year. That's just my understanding though. So besides this, Junior Coach also has other awards such as the like I believe it's called the Junior Coach Best the Junior Coach National Outstanding Volunteer Award. So basically, to get this award comes with a scholarship, and so to get this award, there must be like certain criteria met, and what those criteria are, I cannot recall at the top of my head, but I believe one of them is like writing an essay or something of that sort. But the thing is, it comes with a scholarship, so that may be really useful. So it's definitely something to keep in mind. So next, another thing is that junior coach can provide like recommendations. So we will be happy to provide written recommendations and other materials you need for application season. whether that means for college or for summer programs. As long as you are a trustworthy and dedicated junior coach, we will accept your request. Now, oh, having a recommendation from junior coach is like really impressive because first of all, junior coach is a large like nonprofit organization that has like multiple like certified in multiple areas. So first of all, it shows that so with volunteering, a recommendation letter from junior coach will first of all show that you have all those qualities that we just talked about, like the leadership, community engagement, and like responsibility, which is what a lot of places look for because it just shows that you're genuinely just a reliable, trustworthy, and good person. So it having the recommendation from junior coach is definitely useful. Okay. So now that you know like what all the things that junior coach can do for you, we can start talking about how you can join junior coach and start tutoring. So before we get into that, does anyone have any questions? Okay, I see Mary asked, are those awards to encourage students to do more volunteer hours? So those awards, yes, you should make those awards like your goal kind of. And yes, of course you're trying to work towards them, but at the same time, it is a lot of time commitment. So of course it does encourage you because it's the fact that like you could have this very prestigious award that looks good, like it looks amazing actually. So it's very impressive. So it is to encourage you, mainly, yes. Okay. And so how to join us as a tutor. So first you can go to juniorcoach.org where you can find a join us button in the navigation panel at the top. So hover over the button and press on become a junior coach/tutor and it will redirect you to a page. And in this page, is there an age limit for Sorry, I just got a question. John asked, is there an age limit for volunteering? So, like I just said, so teens is from 11 to 15, while the young adults is from 16 to 25 if you're talking about the hours. But if you're talking about overall volunteering, there is no age limit for volunteering. I mean, the President's Service Award is also available to adults, but at that point, you will need to contribute a large portion of your time to reach those milestones. Okay, let's continue. So after you press on become a junior coach/tutor, it will redirect you to a page where you can navigate down to so here you can like hear from other tutors. There are videos of other tutors like expressing their experience and there's a little bit about being a tutor. And so you can scroll down and press the apply now button. And so after you've pressed this, it will ask you logistics about like your name, your age, and just personal stuff. And then at the end, you will need to sign a volunteer waiver and a release form. Now, do not worry if like your application doesn't get processed. Don't worry, we did not forget about you. It will take a few days to go over your application. So just keep that in mind. Okay. Next thing. Okay, so I just got a question from Elaine. And so for the applying the President's Award, and the 12-month is the 12 okay, so the 12-month period is like not a self-decided time to start, nor is it like January 1st from like January 1st from December 31st. I believe it's from a date from July. Like I believe this year was from like July 2022 to July 2023 or something. So it's decided by them, but it's not January. It's somewhere in July. And so the time for applying, you can apply whenever you want. I mean, the link on Junior Coach's website is always there, and they will accept. I will get back to you about the accepting the application. I believe they'll try to do it as quick as possible, but I will double check with that later. How to elaborate proof your volunteer hours with JuniorCoach. You will have to probably email JuniorCoach and they will give you like certificates and you will have to like log these, preferably on a spreadsheet. At least that's how I do it, but you can double check with the email and I will get back to you about that. Okay. So once you apply, you will need to sign a waiver and a release form. Okay. So that's how you become a tutor. And now this is how to make your own club. So clubs, if you want a leadership position in JuniorCoach, you're going to have at least 3 clubs and some other criteria met. But I believe the main criteria is around 3 clubs, or it might be 2 clubs. I'm not too sure. But okay, so first of all, a club, you have to have a certain focus on like what your club wants to teach and what your club is going to do. Like I know people that have like clubs that like are like a tutoring based club, whereas where they're always in the thing, where they're always like in the meeting and then students can join and get help from that. I know that's a form. And I also know a form which is like kind of like the more classic ways where you just perform presentations and you just go over them in class. And if you want, you can assign homework, but that's totally optional. So to make a club, you must have a clear idea of what you're going to teach and what time you want to hold the classes. So you could either be like every single day of the week for like 2 weeks, or like every single day of the week for 1 week, or it could be like every week for like 2 months, and or like 2 times a week for like, I don't know, 1.5 months. So it's really, really flexible. It really depends on what's available for you, and we will get students suitable for you. So once you have these down, logistics down, email juniorcoachteam@gmail.com. You will want to remember this email because mainly everything contact related happens with this email. But if you can't remember this, there's also a contact section at juniorcoach.org in the navigation panel, and that works just as well as too. So email juniorcoachteam@gmail.com, and here you can get your club idea approved. Okay, so next, after the logistics of your club are approved, send another email to juniorcoachteam@gmail.com so that we can make a flyer for you. If you want, you can also. So Elaine just asked another question. So for the cutoff age of the Gold President Award, my son was born on July 16th and will turn 16. Okay, so if on summer 2024. So I believe it's the age. So I believe that when you get the presidential award, it's the age you are when you're submitting. So if he's like already 16 when he's submitting the like form, then I'd say he count in the young adult, which is like a significant more amount, like significant like increase in the amount of numbers you have to have. But if he's not 16 yet when he submits the form, I believe that it's a teen. But I am not too sure about this. I will get back to you with an email. Okay, so after the logistics of your club are approved, you can send another email to juniorcoachteam@gmail.com so that we can make a flyer for you. So if you want to make this flyer by yourself, that is also another option. I have made my flyers by myself and it's really easy if you just do it through Canva. But if you do make it yourself, please send it to us so we can help you advertise and find students that are suitable for you. Okay. So step 3. So after the flyer and logistics have all been decided and the students are like, most of the students are already all signed up, you can begin planning your club lectures and materials. So if you decide to host your club online, so personally for me, the clubs can be online or in person. So I made my clubs during the summer of I made some of my clubs last summer. And so I made 3 clubs last summer. I made a golf club because I play golf, and I also made a history club and a math club where I just like kind of like made present. So the golf club I made in person at a nearby golf course. Now in this case, it would be hard to reach students that are far away because you would have to go there physically. So my students were like pretty nearby. But if you're online, you can have students from all around the place. I had students from different states, and it still worked just fine, but you will need to consider time zones when scheduling your clubs. So when you schedule your club online, we can get you into Junior Coach's Zoom account where you can schedule a class time on the meetings part of the Zoom account. So if by chance there happens to be another person scheduled at the same time as you on the Zoom account, you can all just give us a quick email and we can give you the second Junior Coach account. Okay. So now this is a important part. So this is talking about how volunteer hours work for the clubs. So I believe that tutoring just counts like for every hour you tutor, you get 1 hour of volunteering. However, for clubs, it is a bit different because you have to prepare the materials, and if you assign homework, you have to grade the homework. So all the preparations will count towards your volunteer hours. So all club preparations, classes, homework assignments, and corrections all count towards volunteer hours. So for every hour of class time you get 2 times that amount just for preparation. We do this because we trust our junior coaches put time and effort into preparing for their classes, including making the slideshow and grading the homework to the best of their capability, making the learning experience high quality for the students and the teachers. Okay, so basically, like, let's say I taught 8 hours, so I would actually get 16 hours in preparation because I spend time giving out homework, I spend time making homework, grading homework, and preparing presentations for each class, and doing other miscellaneous stuff that may occur when errors happen. So I would get a total of someone asked, are all classes are online? No, you can choose to hold your class in person or online, but if you're looking to do something academic, so in my case, all my academic clubs were online, but also did like a sports club. I played golf, so I made a golf club. So in that case, I made my club in person because it would be really hard to hold it online. So that's a case where I would hold it in person. But other than that, I say online is more like convenient because you can get all types of students and it's easier to like connect. Yeah. So it's definitely possible to make it online, but not all classes are online. Okay. So back to what I was saying. So if I have like 8 classes in total and each class is 1 hour, I would actually get 8 plus 16, 24 hours because I spend time like making the presentations, giving out homework and grading homework and whatever miscellaneous stuff that may occur if errors happen. So that's how volunteer hours work.